Hey guys, I'm Becky from Book Bite Reviews and welcome to another reading vlog. Today it is currently Sunday on May 9th. There is only about 55 minutes left of the day, but I wanted to start this vlog right now because starting at midnight is the Bout of Books Readathon, which I always participate in. I really love it. It's a very low-key readathon where the whole goal is to just read as much as you can. There aren't challenges or anything like that, so I'm very excited. So I wanted to start this vlog a little bit early because I want to talk about the books that I'm going to start reading at midnight. The book that I think I'm going to start first is one that I have for review from NetGalley, if I'm not mistaken, and that is Sunkissed by Kasie West. Now, I don't know what this book is about, but I love Kasie West, so I asked for it. The other books that I have on my TBR for this week are Of Neptune by Anna Banks. This is the third and final book in the Sirena Legacy series. The first one is Of Poseidon. I absolutely loved Of Poseidon. I think I've read it like 3+ times, and I have read the second one, I think once or twice, but I still have yet to read the third one. So the plan is to read this third one. I thought about rereading books 1 and 2. I remember everything from book 1, but I don't really remember book 2, but I think that the Recaptains, which is a website that recaps, like tells you everything that happened in that book so that you don't have to reread books anymore. I think these books are on there, so I'm gonna check that first, but I would like to finally get done with the series. Then I also have from my library, A Heart So Fierce and Broken by Brigid Kemmerer. This is the second book in the A Curse So Dark and Lonely series, which I think might have like an official series name if it's not that, but very excited about this as well. And then finally, the other thing that I would like to possibly read this week is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. This is my advanced reader copy. This was what the book was going to look like before it officially came. I don't think it actually ever came out with this cover. I think this was just on the ARCs, and then it changed to the illustrated covers when it officially came out. So yes, I have my advanced reader copy. Obviously I've read it before. It's all tabbed up. I picked this for book club either last year or the year before. And I've decided to reread it since I'm going to be reading the rest of the series for the first time. The plan was to start with Assassin's Blade because I've already read book 1, but then I saw on a website that the recommended way to read the books is to read books 1 through 3 and then read Assassin's Blade and then read book 4, read 5 and 6 at the exact same time, and then read book 7. So I'm going to go ahead and follow that method because they say Assassin's Blade could have some small spoilers in it if you haven't read books 1 through 3 yet. So if you want to be like fully shocked by things that you find out in the first 3 books, then to wait to read that one and to basically read it in publishing order. And then books 5 and 6 happen at the exact same time, but from different points of view. So it's recommended that you read those 2 at the same time so that it doesn't feel so repetitive once you pick up the next one right after. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to follow that method. I originally wasn't going to reread this book because I do remember everything, but I feel like it may feel strange to just like jump back into the world without fully remembering like every little detail. So I am going to reread that. Hopefully that can happen this week, but it is like my lowest priority, and I think I will go ahead and do its own vlog since I don't have a spoiler-filled vlog for this book since I read it in a different regular weekly reading vlog. So yeah, that's my plan for the Bout of Books readathon. So before I go and read, I am going to finish a book really quickly before midnight is the plan. Let me see how long I have left. So it says I have 2 hours left, but I am listening on 1.5 times speed. I could probably move it up to 1.75. Probably still gonna finish after midnight though. Okay, I'm probably gonna finish after midnight. So my first book of the Bout of Books will be this. It is A Night to Surrender by Tessa. I've decided to join a historical romance book club. So it was started by Jordan, who on Instagram is moon.child.reads. I've been following her for a very long time. I always love watching all her stories, and she decided to start this book club. This is the first one that they have picked, and how it's going to be run is every month there will be a poll of different historical romances that we suggest. We pick one, and then we have till the end of the month to read it, and then we're going to have a chat. And it just sounds like very kind of like low-key and cool. And I've been wanting to get more into historical romances. I read one in my last reading vlog, which was 9 Rules to Break When Romancing a Rake, and I absolutely loved it. So I really want to explore the genre more, and I figured this would be a very simple and fun way to do that. Now for this month's poll, and the first poll we did, I did vote for a different book. I thought this one was interesting, and I've definitely heard of Tessa. She's like a very big name in the genre. Since I work at a library, I do, you know, have to recommend a lot of books in this category, so I do know who the big names are and things like that. But I was only like kind of interested in this book because it's about this place called Spindle Cove, where it's kind of like known for not having very many men, and is a like getaway for spinsters, so women who are unmarried. And these men come and have to create a militia so that the main guy can go back into the army after he was injured. It's like a way to like prove himself. He comes across this very stubborn woman who's like, I run this place, not men. So I was kind of like interested in it, but it's not the one I picked. But I'm kind of glad that we went with something that I didn't really want to read, because I'm loving it. I'm loving it so much. It is so good. And the whole point of joining this book club was to try things that I wouldn't pick up on my own and to explore the genre. So I'm happy to be reading a Tessa book because, like I said, she is pretty well known, and it's a book that I wouldn't have picked up on my own. So I'm having a good time. Another reading update really quick before I go. There is another book that I started reading that I have decided to not finish, which cancels a reading goal I had this year and cancels 3 spoiler-filled reading vlogs that I had planned for this year. And that is New Moon, guys. So I started reading this the other night. I got to page 13, and when I read this for the first time and for the second time back when I was a teen, I loved this series. I loved it so much, and I was really interested in reading it for the first time as an adult now that my reading interests have like drastically changed, and what I think is a healthy relationship and romance have drastically changed. I thought it would be fun. I have reread Twilight like 80 bajillion times and 3 times alone last year. So I kind of thought I knew what I was getting into. I figured like when I reread Twilight 3 different times last year that I would definitely be able to point out things that I don't like, and that I, you know, how I wouldn't have liked Twilight if I read it for the first time now, but I would still have that nostalgic love for it. So I thought it would be a fun series to go ahead and reread all the rest of the books for the first time in many, many years. What's interesting is that Kevin from the Irish Reader read all the Twilight books for the first time and did vlogs, and I watched all of them and absolutely loved them, and he pretty much hated all the books, or at least just didn't enjoy them. And one of his biggest things was Bella is so annoying. And I was like, I don't remember her being that annoying. Like, she's definitely an annoying character. I feel like now as an adult I would find her kind of annoying, but in Twilight I didn't feel that. Well, like when I reread it all those times last year, I didn't hate Bella. But these first 13 pages of New Moon, I am just like, ugh, I hate her. I'm finding her so freaking annoying. She's getting on my last nerve. She's so whiny and self-centered, and I'm just, ugh, I cannot. But I'm thinking on like how the rest of the books are gonna go, and I know that I'm just gonna be so freaking annoyed by her because for the rest of the book she's very, very self-centered and annoying. And then thinking about all the ways that Edward is also going to grate on my nerves. So I'm like, why put myself through that? Because these books aren't short. It's definitely going to take some time, and already it's May and I haven't picked one up. So I've decided I'm not going to reread these because it's not going to be an enjoyable time. I'm just going to keep the books, forever love the series, forever love the movies, even though those are pretty cheesy as well, but yeah. I'm just gonna accept the fact that if I read these books for the first time now, I would not enjoy them. Rereading them now as an adult, I would also not enjoy, so I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna put them back on the shelf and love them from afar. So, I think that's all I wanted to tell you guys. I'm gonna go shower, get in bed, start reading. I'm very excited, and I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, so it is now officially Monday. It's about 2 o'clock, and let's talk about what I read last night. So I did end up finishing A Night to Surrender. Loved it, loved it, loved it. 5 out of 5 stars. Had such a fun time with this book. Cannot wait to discuss it, which I have like 20 days until we discuss it in the book club group room. But I'm also really excited to see what everyone else thought and to see what we pick next, because I'm excited for, you know, checking out historical romance. So if you guys have any recommendations of historical romances to check out, definitely leave them in the comments. And then I did start Sunkissed by Kasie West. Let me check where I'm at. I made a pretty good dent last night, and I am 34% of the way through it, and I'm really, really enjoying it. So this is a book about a girl whose parents are both teachers. One is a professor at UCLA, and the other one is a high school teacher and football coach or basketball coach. I think it's basketball coach. So every summer, her parents, her and her little sister, they always go on some kind of adventure, as her parents call it, because they all have the summers off. And this year they decided to do something a step further, and they are staying at this place called, I think it's Bear Camp, for 2 months. And this is a place that has no internet, no Wi-Fi, no mobile service. Like it's a camp for families to kind of like get together, reconnect, unplug. And while that would like normally be great, her and her sister did not pay attention that this place didn't have any cell service or Wi-Fi, and she just broke up with her boyfriend, and she just found out that her best friend and him have hooked up. And her best friend's like, it was a mistake, and she tries to like text her back of like, it's fine, whatever, I'll get over it, and she loses cell service. Now, our main character is somebody who is a super people pleaser. Like, she'll say whatever people want to hear, and she really doesn't have an identity. So this summer is about her trying new things, not staying in that safe bubble, and figuring out who she is and what she wants to do with her life. Now her sister, who is 15, she is like the total opposite of her. She is like a wild child, very energetic, very passionate, driven, and also kind of like knows what she wants to do. So she is a vlogger, which I find very interesting, and she's more interested in going into film. Like, she has decided to make a documentary this summer. And there is also a forbidden romance with one of the camp staff members, because staff is not allowed to date each other or campers. So there's also that. So I'm really enjoying it because we have this character who I normally find very annoying. I like very strong, independent, outspoken characters in my books. And to have this character who, like, for example, they get to the camp and there's this family who walks in after them. Her dad is at the front desk, like, checking in and everything. And this other family walks in. The dad goes to stand in line behind her father, and these 2 twin boys are, like, running in circles around each other, just, like, you know, acting like kids, but absolute mayhem. If you've ever been in that situation of, like, kids just, like, running in circles, chasing each other, laughing, giggling, being loud. And the mom goes over to get coffee, and as our main character, like, stands up to go talk to her dad, the boys and the mom crash into each other, and the mom like throws her coffee on our main character. And instead of being like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, are you okay? The mom looks at her as if it's her fault that she just threw a coffee on her. And the girl apologizes. Like, that had literally nothing to do with you, and that family definitely should have apologized. But no. Didn't happen at all. So it's very interesting to have a character that I usually don't like, but because she's actively trying to be different and to try new things, I'm appreciating it. If this was like, I'm a people pleaser and that's just who I am and I'm okay with it until like something happens that breaks me and we had to like go through that process with her, I wouldn't like it. But because that that thing has already happened, where like she's slowly losing her grasp on it. And not slowly, she's very quickly kind of losing her grasp on being a people pleaser, because like everything is just like coming to a head. I'm really enjoying it, so I'm very excited to read more of it today. I also have a very, very exciting package on its way to my house right now. You guys have probably heard about it if you've watched my vlogs for a while now, and that is the Fable merch World of Maas box. You guys, back in September or early October of 2020, I pre-ordered this box, and it was supposed to get here. It was supposed to ship end of October. It is now May of 2021, and I am hopefully getting this box today. There have been a lot of delays with this box in terms of like COVID related issues and then injuries within the team. I've talked about it before in a vlog that I was very critical in previous vlogs on these people because they were not being transparent, and I thought that they were like a fully fledged subscription box. So it, you know, people have still been worried that their money was stolen. Apparently this is a company who just started up at the beginning of 2020 before the pandemic started. They are a crew of like 3 people, and I think they started with only 2 people at the beginning. So mistakes were made. They really didn't, I feel, they really didn't understand what they were getting into with doing a World of Maas box and kind of letting pre-orders get out of hand, because then after all the product finally arrived, then they had issues of getting them all packaged, and then they had a staff member severely hurt themselves where they were down to 1 person packaging all of these boxes. So it has finally shipped out. At the beginning of 2021, they became a lot more transparent about things, and that's where I started to be a lot more forgiving, but I'm really hoping that this box is worth it. We're gonna find out today. I'm gonna do an unboxing for it. Not in this vlog, but as its own separate video, but I'm very excited, but yet nervous. I will let you guys know whether it was worth it or not, but you still have to check out the unboxing video to see what was in it. Right now though, I'm just working, waiting for this box to get here, and then I will change and do my unboxing. And yeah, I'm just excited to be done with the day so I can read, because I'm really enjoying this book. Hey guys, so it is the next day. It is Tuesday. I forgot to come back on here and update you guys, but my unboxing was excellent. Very excellent. I'm very, very pleasantly surprised at what was in it. So I will be posting my unboxing video today. So if you haven't checked that out, do so, because wow, I'm very impressed with what I got. I also did a lot of reading for day 1. So let me pull up my stats. So for day 1, I ended up reading 425 pages, which is ridiculous. So I finished A Night to Surrender by Tessa, which I only had 61 pages left of. Then I read the entirety of Sunkissed by Kasie West, and I started A Heart So Fierce and Broken, right? Is that what it's called? By Brigid Kemmerer, book 2 in the A Curse So Dark and Lonely series. That I read 44 pages of. So I already told you guys how I felt about A Night to Surrender. Loved it, 5 out of 5 stars. For Sunkissed, I really enjoyed this. This was such a cute YA contemporary romance. I ended up giving it 4 out of 5 stars. I think it's the perfect like summer beach read. It's very cute, very quick and easy to get through. The only thing that kind of held it back from being a 5-star is our main character. And like I kind of explained to you guys already, I like characters who are independent, very strong, outspoken, badass heroines. Unfortunately, we had a character who is a people pleaser and says whatever it takes for people to not be mad at her, to kind of like, she's a peacemaker. And she realizes that she's kind of gotten stepped on by her ex-boyfriend, her best friend, and even her family members. So she decides that this summer she's going to try to change that and try new things and figure out who the heck she is and what she wants to do with her life. Now, while that journey still kind of happened for her, there were still plenty of times, there were times where she did end up speaking up and sticking up for herself, and I love that for her. But there were other times where she either didn't do it properly or didn't do it enough. There were plenty of times where I would have said something and she didn't. And while I understand like she can't go from being somebody who never says something to being somebody who always says something, you know, that's why I didn't hate it, but it just didn't feel like a 5-star to me because we still had these moments where she still wasn't sticking up for herself. People never understood that they hurt her. And even at the end, she was kind of like, you know, I've done some growing, but I'm not ready to completely shed that identity, and I want to try to merge the two, which I get. But again, it's just not my favorite main character. So I really enjoyed it. Again, I think it's perfect for summer since it takes place at a summer camp. I really liked the whole vibes of like, you know, sneaking around your parents and, you know, seeing a boy every single day, all day because you're at this camp. Like, I just thought it was really cute and really well done. So did enjoy that. And then now I'm reading A Heart So Fierce and Broken. So I am enjoying that. I will say that I was a bit confused because I did forget exactly what happened at the end. I think I understand now slightly what happened. I went on the Recaptains to see if they did the first book. They did, but they didn't really explain what exactly happens with Gray. And that's what I can't remember. What exactly happened with Gray at the end for him to end up at his mom's. You know, I think maybe I do. Anyways, I was slightly confused. I decided just to go ahead and dive in. So far I'm enjoying it, but I definitely feel like I'm not necessarily fully 100% in the mood for this, but I think I'm just gonna try to like push through and see how it goes because I am, you know, interested in reading it. And I feel like with the first one, I was interested in reading it, but again, not like fully in the mood. And then I started reading it and really, really loved it. So I'm hoping that's gonna happen with this one. I'm also like really in the mood to start reading Throne of Glass. So that might also happen today of me starting that. And then I do have my audiobook. I think it's of Neptune. It's either of Neptune or of Triton, the third book in the Sirena Legacy. That one, similar to this one, I'm in the mood for, but I'm not. So I may start it or I may swap it out for a different audiobook. I'm not sure. But yeah, day one was a huge success. Very proud of my progress. I don't know if I can do that much progress every day, but I'm looking forward to reading this week. My overall goal, this is something I forgot to talk about yesterday, my overall goal for this week is to just read every single day. That's always my goal with Bout of Books. I used to like, you know, set up like TBRs of like books I for sure want to get to, or, you know, X number of pages I want to try to get to. Now my goals are just, I just want to read every day. If I do that, then I'm good. It doesn't matter how many books I read, how many pages I read, as long as I read every day, then that's what I want out of my Bout of Books experience. So that's the plan. So far, so good though. Right now, I have a small break between work and then a meeting that I have to go to for work. So I'm gonna read a little bit because on my official lunch break, I will be editing my unboxing, so I won't get a chance to read. So I'm gonna read now while I can for like the next little bit of time that I have. And I'll probably update you guys later today because I do hopefully have a package coming that I'm very excited about. That was an impulse buy, but I don't regret it. So we'll open it up together. So I just wanted to check in very quickly before my meeting in 3 minutes to say that I have read more of A Heart So Fierce and Broken, right? And I'm really, really, really enjoying it now. So I'm glad that I decided to stick with it. I'm really enjoying all the different perspectives that we're getting. So we have, so far we have Harper, we have Gray, and we have another woman. Her name has just left my mind, even though I literally just read her chapter. But she is a princess from a different queendom, attacking the enemy. I'm really liking it. I'm loving all these different perspectives. I'm liking what's going on. There's a lot of intrigue. There's a lot of plot, and I'm just really, really liking it. Gonna stick with it. Gonna finish this book, and then move on to my next one, which I think is gonna be Throne of Glass. And I think the last book I'll try to get to this week is an audiobook. Still not sure if I'm gonna stick with my original plan or switch it, but for now, that's the plan. Alright guys, I'm done with work. I am going to be cooking dinner and then reading my butt off because I'm really into this book. But I got my package that I want to unbox with you guys. I've opened the packaging, but I haven't looked at the product yet. I'm excited. So first we have, make sure it's facing the wrong way. Okay, so it is a green sweatshirt I ordered a size up so that would be nice and big and comfy. I really like the quality of this. It's like not extremely thick. Oh, the inside is so soft. Okay. And the front. Look at it. Oh my god. So it is a Watford School of Magic, which is from Carry On. Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait to wear this while reading the next book that comes out in 2 months, 3 months? I can't remember if it comes out in July or August, but oh, I'm so excited. So this is like official Rainbow Rowell merch. They have this, and I think also they have like the crest as like a sticker or something. I don't know. But I've always wanted the sweatshirt, and they randomly emailed me that like, because when did this come out? I want to say almost like a year ago, even longer maybe. But they sold out of the sweatshirt like very quickly. Oh, there's also a t-shirt, but I'm a sweater person. So they sold out very quickly, and then I just like randomly got an email that was like, hey, this is back in stock. And I was like, okay. And just bought it. Just did it. Was it a mistake? Probably. Probably. But I don't care. I don't care. Love it. I love it a lot. I do have another impulse buy that is coming on Friday that I will also unbox with you guys. They only had, so I saw somebody shared a picture of it on Instagram, and it's stunning. It's stunning. And so I went on Etsy to like favorite it, and it was like, there's only one left. And I was like, I don't know if this is gonna come back in stock. So I bought it. Should I have? No, I definitely shouldn't have. I'm running tight on money right now. I definitely shouldn't have bought it, but I did. It's too late. It's already shipped. It's too late. So we will open that together. But yeah, I'm gonna go eat dinner. Gonna have to figure out some finance things because I do have some bills coming up. And yeah, fun times. Hey guys, so it is Thursday. I didn't update you guys yesterday because I looked like a hot mess express and I wasn't feeling that great. So here I am today wearing my adorable Watford sweater. Loving this. It is so soft, so comfortable. I have no regrets. I'm trying to make this update short and sweet because I do have a conference that I need to join in 9 minutes. So I'm hoping I can get this clip done in that amount of time, which I think I can. But I have some reading updates. So let's talk about how much I read yesterday. So for Tuesday, I ended up reading 114 pages, and then yesterday I read 129. So far today, I've already read 163, and that's because I finished A Heart So Fierce and Broken, right? Yes, A Heart So Fierce and Broken by Brigid Kemmerer, book 2 in the A Curse So Dark and Lonely series. You guys, I really enjoyed this. I think that I liked it more than book 1. I just found it to be like so dark and compelling, and I really liked all the different points of view that we get. It was excellent. I'm very excited to read book 3. I don't know when I'm gonna pick it up. I know I'm not gonna pick it up this month, maybe next month, maybe later, but I'm excited yet very nervous because of how book 2 ends. Someone is back in our lives, and I'm not here for it at all. I will say that Ren is definitely giving me some Tamlin vibes. I'm hoping in book 3 that he goes back to being a great guy, but right now, I don't know. So as for today's plans, once I am done working, I will be starting a new book, and that is going to be Throne of Glass. I will be doing a spoiler-filled separate vlog for this. So in here, I'll just kind of like tell you my page progress, but not my thoughts. So I do have my official hardcover copy that I'm going to be reading this version and then looking at the tabs in this one to see which ones to switch over. And I have also decided to change how I annotate. I think from now on, instead of doing all the different colors that have meanings, I think I'm going to underline them in the different colors, but I think each book's gonna have one color of tabs that kind of like match the cover. because I go through so many of like the purples and the greens because that is romance and favorite parts. So I go through those ones and not the other ones, and I have like all these, like blue for example is sad. So I have like a whole lot of blue. I have like 2 packs of blue, but I have to start a new pack because I'm out of the other colors. So I've decided to just do it that way instead of like all the different tabs. So that way too, if I give this to somebody to read, to borrow so that they can read it and see my thoughts, that they kind of don't know what's coming as far as my annotations. So I think it's a cool plan. All right, so it's 5 minutes till my conference. I did it. We've made it. I'm going to go ahead and go back to work, eat some lunch, and I will see you guys later tonight when I do some reading. I'm so excited, guys. Hey guys, so I'm just taking a small break from my conference because I got a package and I want to open it up right now. So I'm gonna take a small break from my conference to open this up with you. This is the item that I impulse bought the other day. Somebody posted a photo of it on Instagram and I went to add it to a wish list. It was the last one, so I bought it. So now let me show you. So first of all, super cute packaging, a hot pink bubble mailer. I love when people use fun bubble mailers. Then I got a little note, a handwritten note. Ooh, and they gave me a little coupon code. But the company is called Booksacks. It's Booksaks, and they make book sleeves. I feel like there may have been other things on their Etsy page. It's on Etsy, I'll tell you that. It's on Etsy. They might just do book sleeves. And I know I have enough, and I know that I have bought a sewing machine and would like to eventually make my own book sleeves instead of buying from other people. But this was too gorgeous. Couldn't pass it up. So first of all, look at this. They wrapped it like a little present in this like reflective gray paper. I think it's like a tissue paper. Very cool. Nice little touch with a cute little sticker that says thank you for your order. So now, let me open this up one-handed. Oh! Oh my god, I love this. Okay, first of all, I did get a little sticker, it looks like, that says, if I can't take my book, I'm not going. I love that. I'm gonna stick that somewhere. This is stunning. I'm so happy I bought this. Look at that. Like, look at the detail of these roses. I couldn't pass this up. This is stunning. So it's a leopard print and roses. It's so pretty. Oh my god. Pepe is loving the tissue paper. He also appreciates a beautiful sleeve. Oh, love it. Love it. I'm so happy I bought this. Like, I needed this. The quality is outstanding. As you can see, it's a very nice, stiff foam. One thing that's really cool is the foam that they used. Like, it doesn't wrinkle and like crunch in half. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell. Like, I'm folding this in half and pushing it, and there's nothing. There's nothing there. So that's really cool. The inside is black. But like, as you guys can see, like the stitching is all very nicely done, very professional. Here is the tag so that you guys can see what the heck I'm talking about. Love it, love it. All right, I'm gonna go back to my conference. I may switch over to using this book sleeve for my Throne of Glass book, but yes. Hey guys, it is Saturday. I wanted to be giving you a bigger reading update. I have been reading every day like I've been wanting to, which is good, but I wanted to be further along in Throne of Glass. So far I have read 100 pages of it, and I wanted to be farther now because when I originally read it, it took me 2 days, and it's looking like this is going to take me 3 days, which is totally fine. I'm not trying to rush through it. But I did want to try and have enough time to also read the third book in the Sirena Legacy series. So I don't know if that's going to be able to happen during Bout of Books, but that's fine. I'm still reading, so who cares? Right now, though, I am going to go back to reading for as long as I possibly can. My husband's birthday is tomorrow, so tonight we're going over to my mom's house and having dinner. So I am going to try to squeeze in as much reading as possible, but I know that I won't be able to read there, and I only have from now until we leave and then when we come back. So I'm gonna read my butt off because I'm loving this reread. Hey guys, it is Monday and it is time to close up this vlog. So to close out, I just want to go through each day and talk about how many pages I read, how many pages I read total, and what books I read and what I thought of them. So for Monday, I read 425 pages. I finished A Night to Surrender, and then I started and finished Sunkissed by Kasie West. A Night to Surrender I loved, gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Sunkissed I gave 4 out of 5 stars. And then I also started later that night A Heart So Fierce and Broken and continued to read that over the next couple days. So on Tuesday, I ended up reading 114 pages of A Heart So Fierce and Broken. On Wednesday, I read 129 pages. And then on Thursday, I read a total of 183 pages, and 163 of those was me finishing A Heart So Fierce and Broken. I ended up giving this book 5 out of 5 stars. I ended up enjoying it more than the first book, in my opinion. I am excited yet nervous for the third book because I have heard mixed opinions on it. And then I did also read 20 pages of Throne of Glass. So on Friday, I continued reading Tog and read 59 pages, which was actually my lowest day of reading for the week. On Saturday, I read 145 pages. And then on Sunday, I read 252 pages, which 182 of those were me finishing Tog. I absolutely loved my reread. Of course, it still gets 5 out of 5 stars, and check out my spoiler-filled reading vlog for more information. And then I did start Of Neptune and read 70 pages of that. Now, today's Monday. I have just finished Of Neptune, so I've finally finished the series. To be honest, I kind of want to give it 4 out of 5 stars. I gave books 1 and 2 5 out of 5. Loved it. I still loved this book, and I loved how the series wraps up, but I felt like it was a bit rushed. Like, everything drags out to find out what is going on with our characters, but then it all gets wrapped up like very, very quickly and without any explanation. We don't understand fully what goes down with Galen when he goes to save somebody, and we also don't know what fully happens when they go back to the kingdom. So mixed feelings. So I think I'm gonna end up giving it 4 out of 5 stars. But overall, my progress for this readathon, I ended up reading 1,307 pages. First of all, this is a huge success. I read the books that I wanted to read. I read every single day, so this was a giant success. Yes, I finished Of Neptune the day after the readathon was over, but honestly, that doesn't really matter. I still started it, I still finished it, I read every single day, so I'm very, very pleased with how this bout of books went. I feel like this is the most successful one I've had in a while, so I'm happy about that. But alright guys, that is everything that I have for you. Definitely check out boutofbooks.blogspot.com. I will have that down below in the description as well, so you can check out when the next one is. I believe it is in August, and then the next one after that should be January, I believe. They happen 3 times a year, if I'm not mistaken, and then they have also started doing some mini ones, if I'm correct. I think in between this one and the January one, they did a mini one, so they have some fun stuff, and it's the best readathon if you just want to read with no expectations of like prizes and challenges and stuff like that. So guys, thank you so much for checking out this vlog. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Keep reading, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye! People say